What's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch episode 4 of season 2 of House of the Dragon. I know what's going to happen this episode. I really hope that it lives up to the hype. Something I'm going to start doing for a show like House of the Dragon, a rare occurrence where I know the source material and I have expectations, and whenever you have expectations, especially when it comes to an adaptation, you're obviously going to say a couple negative things. You're going to be disappointed with some things. You're going to be some things are going to be splendid, and you're going to really enjoy the changes. But there are going to be some negative things. I'm going to save all of those iffy thoughts for the end. I don't want to speculate. I know that, as with any episode or season of Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, whatever it may be, a lot of spoilers running around. I tried to stay away from all of them. So luckily I haven't been hit with anything. So I'm ready to go into this blind, and I do hope they live up to the hype. The only thing that I do want to say before we hop into the episode, this is the... If you're watching this, you've already seen the episode. This is the only shot, the only time to get the greatest dragon in the history of Westeros in its peak physical condition. So, please do him justice. And please do Aegon justice. And please do Rhaenys justice. That's all I'm going to say. Let's get into the episode, guys. A lot of controversy surrounding the final scene of last episode. Not the best. But I wouldn't say I despised it. I think that there are other changes that have the forefront of my wrath, so to speak. I saw, I didn't get to catch the entire video this week, but I watched Alt Shift X's video, and I didn't catch last episode the changing of the heraldry and banners going on throughout the season. And a really good quote really shows how their decisions impact the history of their family, and I really like that. More mystical, creepy shit. Oh. Dream sequence. Starting off with a dream sequence. The dream sequence last episode was phenomenal. Are we going to see Paddy, the GOAT, Mr. Considine himself?
I can't understand.
I love the look of the Iron Throne compared to Game of Thrones. Oh man, they're bringing Millie for everything, huh?
Stop.
What the fuck is going on?
Army departed King's Landing a fortnight ago. The castles of Rosby and Stokewell.
Oh man, I love hearing like the smaller houses, that like the ones that I know from Song of Ice and Fire.
Sir Christian's army, now tripled in strength, might have Harrenhal as its destination. Even if you can raise a host of rivermen, they will not be ready in time to face him.
Wait, yeah, this feels like the witch right now. What's Alice doing? Is that Black Phillip?
My prince, my grace, your grace.
Lord Grover is looking more hale and healthy than I expected.
This is Oscar Tully.
Oscar!
Well, my time is short and I have need of an army. Perhaps you might place a feather pillow over his head and speed along your inheritance.
I love my grandsire. My own Lord Father died suddenly, himself a young man. Lord Grover raised me in his stead.
Are you here to speak with your grandsire's voice for House Tully in the Riverlands?
While he still lives?
Why are you here then, buddy?
What's our way?
Then you're of no use to me.
Matter time.
Princess, for holding to formalities.
I wonder what the timeline is going to be if this was during their marriage or prior.
Alan,
Yes, Princess.
I'm given to understand my lord husband owes you his life. But I was not told his saviour was so comely. So very beautiful.
Berenice.
I think it was during.
Sailor who plucked you from your watery grave. You did not think to mention it.
I did not think it relevant.
I know who he is, Corlys. Alan's past is no fault of his. He saved his lord's life. He should be raised up and honoured, not hidden beneath the tides.
Is this why you came?
I came to tell you that Baylor has called me to Dragonstone.
I do really hope that the show does not continue the whole the women can't, like, they don't do any action and the men are the ones who make the mistakes around them. 'Cause I just don't think that sends a good message to anybody.
As requested.
Jesus.
Grandmaster, you've ever been a practical man, an honourable servant to the crown, and you served my lord husband in his darkest hours.
My duty, Your Grace.
Tell me, do you believe Viserys wanted Aegon to succeed him?
I could not know.
I don't like how the war started off with a whole bunch of miscommunication and accidents as well. It's ripping away the action from people. And again, I'm not sucking off the books. The books, or I'm sorry, the book is incomplete and it's not a good read. It's a history book. You have to change things. You have to change a lot of things. I want them to do it a little better. Simply.
To say, but there were signs of an army moving northwest, I believe.
She believes.
You should have burned them when you had the chance.
Alfred, when you next light them on your dragon.
The only reason we know any of this is because of Baylor's efforts.
If you ask me, it is little and less.
We know that Cole possesses a host that is...
These guys suck, dude.
Can David hope to meet it with his own in time? If I know the Riverlands, he has more disentangling ahead of him than the end of a Lyseni orgy.
Let's act if only we had a host of our own, or someone here to lead us.
Mind your tongue, Sir Alfred.
Does it speak falsely, my prince? This council is rudderless.
I'm doing my best to steer it, Sir Alfred.
Why should your voice be any louder than...
She's the... Are you kidding me, dude?
It is her voice and that of the king consort that we need to raise alliances and command our vassals. But they are gone.
What has come of this council? Our enemy is on the march. Is there naught to be done in the absence of the Queen but to grouse and claw for power?
But we must trust. She seeks the same as each of us at this table.
Fucking Alfred Broom, dude.
Bend the knee to the true King Aegon will be spared. You can earn back your honor by raising his banner and fighting in his name against the whore of Dragonstone.
Oh my god.
All who refuse will have their death.
Good morrow, Lord Darkland. Is there no honor left in this world, Cole? Taking your queen's own castles and putting up people to the sword.
Oh, this is great. He didn't make the king. You can't call him kingmaker.
You're not fit for the White Cloak. Yours will come in kind.
I'm not kidding. This is why he was promoted, guys. Like, that's the entire point, is that he kills people and he takes action.
We'll lead the van northeast.
I love what they've done with Gawain so far. Much better than the books.
We're near the Crown Lands, my good Lord Han. But Harrenhal is to the west.
Indeed it is.
Damon, of all people, has taken Harrenhal. I give you a job, and now you just sit there. It's your fucking castle!
That castle is more crippled than I am, Your Grace. Decides to drive Damon to madness as he attempts to make use of it, which is beyond his faculties. He's also penniless, as I happily control all of his gold. So, as Harrenhal saps Damon's resolve, the false queen remains trapped on her island, and Sir Criston continues felling castles in the Crown Lands.
I need to be informed of these things. If I am to make informed rulings, I will not be made to look a fool in front of my allies and enemies.
Harrenhal must wait. Sir Criston is marching on Rook's Rest.
No.
A pathetic prize. I gave no such
The
command.
castle is small, weakly defended, and Lord Staunton sits on Rhaenyra's council.
No. Have him turn about. I want Harrenhal back.
Cole is already preparing his attack.
How do you know this?
He sent word to me.
To you? The two of you have been plotting without my authority.
Almaus ne hortami repagon aeteopolis. Locoston cotabri predagon. Rosia potaule de repagon. Silvotaromi sirtomi tiripetivet. Aujos sutioto punto ui vestrogon avisuti libas. Pauli non gieri.
I like Aemon. I really want Aegon to... One of the best points of the dance is the fact that both Aegon and Rhaenyra are incompetent in different ways. And I feel like they're just making Aegon incompetent. And Rhaenyra is perfect. She can make no mistakes, and the only time that she makes a mistake is when the men around her are the ones who make the mistake.
Swarmoras. We'll keep Daemon well occupied while we strengthen our host and weaken Rhaenyra's support on the mainland. We'll deal with it in the Riverlands in time. Don't you agree, my king?
A lot of tension between them. Again, obviously, there's not much to, especially when it comes to the complex personal feelings of characters in Fire and Blood. There's not much to grapple onto, but a lot more conflict than I remember from the books.
Kind to do so, my lord, but indulgence was my sin. I ventured into the lamprey pie at last night's supper. Too far, I fear.
That is a rich indulgence.
I love Larys. Here's the thing. I love Larys and I love schemers. I don't know what Larys wants.
Rhaenyra's supporters will believe what they wish. And so would Aegon's. The war will be fought. Many will die.
I want episode 6 of season 1, Alicent, back. I mean, in the books, Alicent is the one who, like, leads the plotting to crown Aegon. More creepy, freaky, dreamy. I love the dream sequences. Such an important and integral part of the books is dream sequences and their symbolism and the foreshadowing and all of that fun stuff. And wasn't really any that I can think of in Game of Thrones. I mean, the only one I can think of is the House of the Undying, but even that is baby crap compared to the books.
It's a touch much late to be stalking about a strange castle putting its people to the sword.
You.
I'm called Alice. Rivers.
Bastard.
You'll find I'm not so bad.
So what are you then? Some kind of maester?
In a manner of speaking. I inherited the duties after the last one fled in the night. Just never settled in. Harrenhal's been cursed since its first stone was laid. Blackhaven felled the grove of weirwood trees that grew on these lands. Heart trees imbued with the spirits of those who lived long before he came. Whispers can still be heard sometimes.
A midwife's tale.
The very bed you sleep in was made from such a heart tree. You experienced anything?
I love learning about all the old ways theories. Michael talks about stuff as one of the goats.
Do you now plan to make your own claim? Perhaps to prove yourself to
Do not try me with your incidents, witch.
It's a hard thing, I imagine, to give obeisance to one who replaced you as heir. And a woman too, a girl child you bounced on your knee. I mean, does it please you that her legitimacy is contested as you stand here? Here, drink this.
Don't drink that, Aemon. Benchicott! Benchicott! Wow. Bringing everybody back.
What are you doing here?
Where are your father's books?
I ordered them removed.
With no thought to the centuries of knowledge in those pages.
I mean, if she's not going through an arc of not being sure of what she, like, questioning whether or not Aegon's the right choice. It's not. I don't know. By the end of this little arc, Alicent should be 100% on the side of Aegon, but I mean, I know it's about to happen.
That's what you have.
I'm the king.
Do you think simply wearing the crown imbues you with wisdom? Those men at your council table earned their seats. It's my hope that, once enthroned, you would honour the burden, duties, be silent, and strive to learn from the more studied minds around you, in the hope that you might be half the king your father was.
Tread carefully.
Or what? You'll hang me as you did your rat catchers. Have me banished as you did your hand. I ruled in your father's absence throughout his long illness, and I was as cunning a statesman as ever lived. You should humbly be seeking our opinions in council.
It's crazy how they just constantly put Aegon down. Obviously, he's not a good person. He's not smart. He's not humble. He's not wise. But no one really loves him and helps him. She's back.
To support the war that your vassals have been fighting in your absence. Grace.
Cole's host has grown since riding abroad. He raised the levies of both Rosby and Stokeworth and sacked Duskendale.
Duskendale has fallen. Many Darkling men declared for Aegon. Put to the sword.
What of my father?
He kept his oath. Cole took his head for it.
So this must be Kingsguard Darklin. I thought they got rid of him.
Went to King's Landing.
To what possible end?
Queen Alicent and sue for peace.
You saw Alicent?
Yes, I did.
Taken? or slain.
I inherited 80 years of peace from my father. Before I was to end it, I needed to know that there was no other path. Only one choice remains to me. Either I win my claim, or die.
Because Lord Staunton is a member of this council. Because his castle is small and vulnerable, and there for the taking.
Who knows? We have no army on the mainland.
He is brazen.
He is daring us to act.
And a dragon.
There are those who have mistaken my caution for weakness. Let that be their undoing. I will go.
My queen.
Cannot.
I will not loose dragons to war whilst I hide here in my castle.
Our allies raise their banners for you.
Yes, they do.
If you die, all is lost. Send me.
No.
Withdraw before King's Landing could even
You lack
raise
the
alarm.
experience.
You must send me, Your Grace. Largest dragon and no stranger to battle. I will meet Cole.
It's I love Rhaenys, except for that the stupid fucking scene where she kills thousands of small folk, and then last episode her dialogue with Rhaenyra. But other than that, I loved her, and I loved the. I don't. Eve Best is phenomenal. She has an aura in this role. Are they going to show my boy some respect?
I wish only to fight for you. Claim and mine.
There's something I need to tell you, Jace.
Prophecy? The stupid prophecy that doesn't make sense on the end?
It's a secret. That Viserys told me when he named me his successor. It is passed from king to heir since Aegon the Conqueror's time.
Come on, Aegon. Not even... Come on, writers. Oh, look at him! Oh,
I believed it myself.
he's beautiful!
Who sits the Iron Throne?
Oh, look at the
It's
react.
not just a king or a queen.
They should have been there in season 1! One of the best bonds of any pair of Targaryen and Dragon. And their relationship going forward better. They live for the same reason. They breathe for the same reason.
The horrors I have just loosed cannot be for a crown alone. That is why I must believe
He's fucking gorgeous!
what Jaehaerys had told him. And what I will now tell you.
I don't know about that helmet, but... Like...
What is it?
Aegon the Conqueror's dream. He called it the Song of Ice and Fire.
Like... I keep ragging on the Rhaenys breaking into during the coronation of Aegon, but... They went for a subverting expectation action scene. It should have been Aegon and Helaena flying Sunfire and Dreamfire. I bet people don't even know that Helaena has a dragon. I mean, you saw it for like 2 seconds last season.
With you, Cole! You may as well have sounded horns to announce our coming!
Order the to break off and move ahead. We must keep the dragon's attention divided. Make the signal!
What signal?
All is going to plan.
Vhagar in the Waits, perhaps? And then Aegon's gonna meet us here. Come on, baby girl. She's massive.
Boss! Vega! See thou.
Come on, let Aegon do something. Rhaenys sees him and sees Sunfire and go, "Oh shit, it's my time. I should have done the thing I should have done a season ago."
Dragon's that?
His Grace the King's.
This was your secret plot, Carl. King himself to lay ambush and mayhap die in the attempt.
No! Loose more signal arrows! Your king has joined you! Hold to your courage! Hold to your wits! Seven have blessed and shielded this host with divine purpose! One true king, Aegon!
Yeah! Yeah! Oh, Sunfire, he's fucking beautiful, dude. They could have shown him so much more in season 1. Come on, Sunfire! That's fucking awesome! No! She's fucking massive. Oh my god. Yes, on fire. Are they gonna do the triple fall down or? You kidding me? Really, dude? This Aemon is a more power-hungry one than the one in the books.
Your Grace!
He really took out his brother. Oh, this has been an excellent episode. I don't like Aemond being the one to knock down Aegon because it doesn't... I mean, the Queen Who Never Was, this is her crowning moment. Oh, man. Oh, she is burned, dude. Knocked Cole out, man. Jeez. This episode has been great. Probably the best episode so far this season. It ain't over. How bad is it gonna be? Oh, right there. Yeah. Oh, Melees. Queen who never was. I got goosebumps. Not as good as the books, but damn good. I'll take it. Phenomenal. Interested. The thing I'm most interested in is the Aegon and Aemon change. Not sure how I feel about Aemon purposefully burning his king, but not even meaning to kill Luke. It seems like an unnecessary reverse. It's also quick. I saw some people hate on Cole's haircut. I like the haircut. I think it suits him. I love the Hand of the King necklace. It's very much more faithful to the books than the pin. Although the pin's awesome.
The king has fallen. We must find him.
He burned alive, dude. This episode has been phenomenal. So it's episodes like this. Like, yes, it's annoying when they change so much stuff from the books, but to act like this is a bad show, it's idiotic. It's really idiotic. This is not like... This is better than season 5, 6, 7, 8 of Game of Thrones. 2 at the bare minimum. Like, you can't rush to conclusions. It's a show. It's, you know what I mean? It's 40 episodes, hour-long episodes. Just because one bad thing happens or one bad moment. Come on now, guys. This has been great.
Aemon!
Where's His Grace?
That was season 2, episode 4 of House of the Dragon. That episode was phenomenal. That episode was phenomenal. I know I said it throughout the episode. I know that people... I don't know how to explain it. I'll use One Piece as an example. Because of just how long it is. You know, some people will go, oh, you've got to give One Piece a little bit. You got to watch 40 episodes until it gets really good. And for me, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with sitting through 40 okay episodes to get to really good. Okay? But some people use their time differently, if that makes sense. They don't want to sit through that. They don't want to wait. They don't want to do that. They don't want to do this. They don't like to see one mistake or one bad episode. When they see something like that, they turn on it. And that's fine. That's perfectly fine if you're someone like that. But I'm not. Okay? And as I love the books, okay? I've only read Fire and Blood once, like I talked about in the season premiere, and I haven't really reviewed it that much, because I do want to go into this as blind as I can, because I do forget things, but I do know things. I do know how certain things happen, and I do know that they've made some stupid changes, and some stupid writing decisions, but this show has been phenomenal. Like, the dialogue, the acting, everything has been insane. The CGI right there was amazing. The battles were damn good. That battle right there was phenomenal. I don't understand it. Like I said, the only thing that I have a main problem with is the way that they're portraying Rhaenyra and Alicent. One, they're making them the by far main characters, when this should be more of like a Game of Thrones, like an ensemble. This would have been all fine if it was Rhaenyra versus Alicent, if it was Alicent from the books, where Alicent is like the evil manipulator behind the scenes, the one who puts Aegon in charge. I was trying to find a way to describe it earlier in the episode. It's hard for me to put it into words, but this arc that Alicent is going on right now, where she's, after the conversation with Rhaenyra, she's questioning whether or not even putting Aegon on the throne was the correct decision. The only way that this arc makes sense for me, the only way that this arc does justice for Alicent's character, is if she very quickly has the realization that it doesn't fucking matter what Viserys wanted. It doesn't matter what she thought. She wants her son on the throne. I mean, if it really feels like in the show, Alicent cares more about Rhaenyra than she does her kids. And that, to be honest, it's stupid. That part is stupid, I will say. And I think that's a byproduct of not being able to have a full 2 seasons of build-up to the Dance with the Dragons. But, you know what I mean, budget. I say it lightly, like, oh, you should have split season 1 into 2 seasons. I bet that would be hundreds of millions of dollars. I bet. But that episode right there, I really enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought the battle was great. Rhaenys, like I said, for the first half of season 1, I fucking loved Rhaenys. Okay? And even now, the way that she carried herself and her aura and Eve Best's acting, really such a presence on screen. The dialogue was fantastic. Like I said, the only 2 things that really stick to my mind is obviously the worst scene in the show so far is her and Meleys busting through during the coronation. And then last episode with Rhaenyra, where she was talking like, oh, the man only want blood, and even though she was the one who killed the most people in the war so far. But other than that, I'm able to put that aside, as I was talking about earlier, with people just rushing to conclusions and rushing to opinions when something negative or bad happens, or something happens something happens not exactly as they wanted or expected it. I feel like they did her justice there. Other than the one thing I will say, and again, it's something that right now I don't understand. I'm a little confused about, and I'm not sure that I like, is the Aemond spewing fire at Aegon, unlike in the book, where it's sort of a triple threat. They all like bite down on each other and they fall and hit the ground. But I want to see how that goes. I want to see how they take this story, because they could easily make this into something phenomenal, a change that I really like. But from my perspective right now, the only thing that I don't like is that from the books, with how badass the Queen Who Never Was, she was able to do that damage to Aegon and Sunfire. Or that, at least that's how it felt from my remembrance of it. Other than that, I've been really liking Cole. Cole is in his element in war. I feel like they went a little too overboard with the sassy bodyguard last season. And I think that they've shown his characters a lot of respect so far. The Cole and Alicent sexy wexy stuff is a little weird, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. There's no... like... as long as they bounce back from a couple things, this is fine, okay? Daeron needs to do good. The Dragon Seeds need to be shown justice. I'm very interested. I haven't really talked about the Dragon Seeds, and I'm not going to go into any book spoilers until I say a moment, but the Dragon Seeds have already been characterized a lot different from the books, so I'm interested to see how they play out, and the things that they do in the war play out if they're changed. But I think I'm going to talk about some book spoilers now, so I'm giving you guys the warning. If you guys liked the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I really appreciate anybody who likes to talk about House of the Dragon. It's one of the things I'm so passionate about. I'm so passionate about George R. R. Martin's work that I love talking to people about it. So if you guys have anything to say, any theories, or anything like that, please drop in the comments, please. But now I'm going to talk about book spoilers. If you have not read Fire and Blood and you don't want to be spoiled, please click off. Okay. So, only one thing I really want to focus on right here. I sort of talked about it a little bit. Obviously, Aegon is not dead. I don't know how they're going to portray it. By that, I mean, right there it seemed like they wanted you to believe that Aegon was dead. The audience. I don't know if this is going to be a situation where Cole is the only one who knows. Cole and Aemond are the only one who knows that he's actually alive. And he, rests probably for like a season in the background until he builds his strength back up. But I'm going to go into heavy book spoilers here. I really need them to show Aegon some respect. I keep saying that because Aegon has some of my favorite moments. In The Dance of the Dragons. When he jumps off his dragon and breaks both of his legs. I don't know how to explain it. He's one of those characters who he feels so badass, even though he doesn't really do that much. And I do want to say, looking forward to season 3 probably, because I'm pretty sure I've heard that they're going to move the Battle of the Gullet to the beginning of season 3, which probably means God's Eye. It's probably going to be the season 3 finale, and then I would assume they're going to kick off season 4 with Rhaenyra returning to Dragonstone. But that moment right there, that is my favorite moment from The Dance of the Dragons. It's spoilers, Rhaenyra's death. And Aegon's fantastic dialogue right there. And the reason I'm mentioning all of this is because I really want them to build that moment up. Because I feel like that's one of the best moments of the dance. Is those words, that dialogue said. If they search the 7 hells mayhaps. I really want them to do justice to that scene. And then also just going back to what I was talking about with whether or not they're going to keep it secret. I wonder, because obviously Aemond becomes Prince Regent from the book, but I wonder if it's a situation where, because I don't know, it's interesting that Aemond went for it. Like, that did not happen in the books. We would have heard about that from the books, even with the unreliable narrators and unreliable perspectives. But I don't know. I'm excited. I thought that was a fantastic episode. I don't remember exactly what follows up in the books. I'm pretty sure that the next major... the next thing that happens in the books should be in the next episode. I would assume it's the calling of the Dragon Seeds. Corlys, or I would assume, I think that's going to be, next episode should be Corlys' struggle, and then maybe at the end of the episode he becomes Hand of the King from Jace. I'd really enjoy that. Would really enjoy that, and then maybe also a lot more Dragon Seed sprinklings throughout that episode. Fuck you guys for not including Nettles, that's all I'm going to say. But that's all. Thank you guys for the 1 or 2 people who maybe are watching this, who have stuck to this point because they've read the book. Thank you guys, or thank you if it's just one person singular. I appreciate you for watching. I have a Patreon in the description. The full-length reaction to this episode is up there. And I will see you next week for House of the Dragon episode 5. Have a good one.